Nzoia Care Foundation runs 4 programs. That is community outreach program, street outreach program, so radio and TV. Now the other program we run is called school outreach program. Now for school outreach program, we normally visit high schools and colleges and universities where we meet these youths and have just a talk about mental health and also about substance abuse prevention. And we always teach them techniques on how can they avoid or how can they overcome addiction. So there are so many youths here who are involved in drugs. We are also having that discussion on how we can be able to help our youths to come out of this addiction, stop using these drugs. And also the other program we're running is called Refugee Camp Campaign. Now for the refugees, as I've told you, we normally go to Kalobeye, that's Kakuma side. Now what we're doing with that is that we have also partnered with some international NGOs that also deals with the issues of mental health and refugees. It's called Aspra Health Global. Now Aspra Health Global are designing an app. Now this app, we will give them for free for youths. Now this is what happens. When you install this app in your phone, the app already has some questions concerning mental health. For example, if you come to depression, it has all the questions pertaining depression. So if a student logs in, once you log in, we will be able to see. Actually, when you log in, we can be able to see if you're logged in. And then the way you answer those questions, they just prompt. If you can, for example, why you want a depression, yes or no. If you say yes, it moves to another question. Now, if you say no, then again it moves to another question. All right? Because there are people who have even depression, but they don't know they have depression. There are people who are having anxiety disorders, but they don't know they have it. So many people go through several challenges, but most of them don't know that they're having these mental health issues. At times when you talk to people who are affected, some of them will always tell you, I'm okay. But this okay is not okay. All right? So that's why nowadays we use that slogan of, it is okay not to be okay. But now that doesn't mean that you are now okay. You have some issues that maybe are pushing you towards a negative side of life, but that one doesn't mean that it is the end of everything. There's always a solution, a way out in every challenge you go through. And I thank God because you people, you are Christians and you know that there is nothing hard with God. Regardless of the mountain or the challenge, we always have that belief that with God all things are possible. Yeah. So, and then the last program we are running is called Street Outreach Campaign. Now for the Street Outreach Campaign, we deal with street families. These are the children that are using a lot of bangi, kudu, and also they involve in some unhealthy behavior, if I can use that term. So we normally visit these street children, we talk to them with their families, we share with them 1 or 2 things. And the good thing with Nzoia is that we also involve the government, the county government. So we are still working with the county government of Bungoma and part of Busia si wengi sana. But Nzoia, Bungoma, Nzoia were having a larger number compared to these other counties. So Bungoma si wabaya sana, at least hao wakikula wanatulia. Lakini wakitari ndio wanakuwa na shida. So those are the programs we run across our country. Currently we are working on a program whereby we equip these high school students this app that I've said. And this app will be for free for them. Now the problem again in Kenya is that we don't allow students to go to school with phones. Our tuition. And then there's another trick because the app we have uses a phone. So we are still in that discussion. We don't know whether we give to parents, run these things or not. Now, the other thing we are looking at is how we can change this policy, the policy of suicide. You know, we discovered that people who kill themselves sometimes, it's not that they are criminals. It's not way. People kill themselves because of most of the challenges that they are facing, and so they are overwhelmed. So when they are overwhelmed, the only alternative wanaona ni kujiua. But you see in Kenya, ukijaribu kufa na usikufe, so unashikwa. So they criminalized these suicide cases. And so people, when they attempt suicide, they better die than live. Because they know if they survive, they will face the
worse.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
So we are also working on that policy. We want the government not to criminalize these victims of suicide. Because you take this person to court. Now this person wanted to kill himself or herself because of mental issues. So you have not sorted out the problem. But instead, are you getting it?
Yes.
You condemn this person, and yet there's something that pushed this person to that level. So as a foundation, we are working on a way of how this policy can be designed, so that if somebody attempts suicide, instead of being arrested, we now have to create a room, safe space for counseling. No, we need to listen to this person and be able to counsel this person so that they come out of such thoughts.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, if you look at statistics, people who have attempted suicide, they were arrested, they were released, and eventually they killed themselves. So we have not solved that problem. In fact, we might have now multiplied. So that is something we are working on in line with in partnership with Aspira Global. And of course now Taraja has come on board. We'll have that discussion. So that once it is ready, we'll now push it to the parliament to discuss and see how they can implement it. Are we together?
Yes.